This morning, we talked to Thandiwe Mlauli, the first black woman to independently build an animation studio in South Africa after graduating from the New York Film Academy with a Bachelor of Fine Arts in producing for film and TV. Thandiwe Mlauli felt it was time to come back home and develop South Africa's first independently produced, women-led Afro animation titled Sola. Now, Studio Yezi is a development and animation studio based in South Africa. Yezi is short for inkanyezi, which means star in isiZulu. As a company, their aim is to be a symbol of hope and light and serve the world with our storytelling. Joining us now is the founder of Studio Yezi. Tandy, very good morning to you. Thanks for joining us. Welcome.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
It's an absolute pleasure. So great to have you on the show this morning, Tandy. When did your love for fine arts begin? And tell us how it felt attending and studying at the prestigious New York Film Academy.
For sure. My love for art started when I was 6 years old. Like, seeing another classmate draw inspired me to try it out for myself, and I was obsessed with it ever since. But studying in Los Angeles was a dream come true. I don't even want to lie. My education that I got there was so comprehensive, so immersive. It completely changed my whole life and my whole trajectory.
I mean, building an animation studio independently cannot be an easy task, that's for sure. What are some of the challenges that you faced in making sure that that dream comes to reality?
Some of the challenges that I had, it was organizing, honestly, organizing the talent, finding the right talent, the right fit, and then, of course, money. Gathering the funds to make sure everybody is fairly compensated, and to make sure that we run an operation that is seamless. That's been the most challenging, but also the most rewarding thing about building an independent animation studio.
Yeah. You know, Sola is your latest production and a project that is so dear to your heart, isn't it? So who is Sola and how will her story be unpacked?
For sure. So Sola is this young girl who awakens to her magic in a world where magic is really dangerous. And so for us, the core theme of this show and even the short film that we're currently producing is about learning how to embrace your magic and using your magic to its fullest capacity, and recognizing how if you don't do it, you will actually find yourself more vulnerable in the world. And so we want to unpack the story for you, not only in the short film, but in a fully fledged animated series. And we're definitely going to do that. We have a bunch of other characters that we're going to release next week. And it's just going to be a show about family, friendship, love, and magic.
Well, this sounds so exciting, especially for children and particularly for young girls who have a dream of making big things happen in their life. How did you come about with ensuring that this comes all together?
Again, organization and having a really, really, really good team. We planned this. We started producing this in January of 2018, and it's only now in 2020 where we're actually bringing it to life. So we've really taken the time to develop the story, to put the people again together in a way that feels harmonic for you guys, so that when you guys watch it, you guys feel amazing in the experience as well.
So how can potential funders make contact and a contribution to the hashtag Make Sola Happen campaign?
Please visit www.studioyezi.co.za. We have a direct link, and you can donate to our Jumpstarter campaign. And if you can't donate, please share the hashtag, amplify the hashtag, let everybody know about what we're doing so that we can make something especially just for you.
So let's talk about the animation in the South African context. Do you have a sense, or do you get a sense that people have grasped in the way that they should be?
Well, could you please repeat your question for me?
Let's talk about the animation or the animation landscape here in South Africa. Do you think that people are embracing it in the way that they should?
Absolutely. First of all, as Africans, we've loved comic book stories. We've loved animation. We just haven't had animation that reflects us. But our love for it is completely, it's obvious. And I think now what we want to do in particular is create stories that where we can see ourselves. And when you look at Sola, you're like, oh, she has an afro just like me. Or when you see some of the other characters, you're like, oh, I see myself in them too. So it's definitely not, we love animation. We just need an animated project that reflects us and that speaks to us. And so hopefully that's what our work is going to do.
And as a pioneer of the animation landscape in South Africa, any plans of growing the brand and this particular concept?
Absolutely. We have 4 seasons outlined for this, just for this particular series. We're also acquiring other people's stories so that we can develop them and fully flesh them out. We have collaborators from all over the globe, from Puerto Rico to Ghana to Cameroon. We have, and even here in South Africa too. So we're expanding definitely what Studio Yezi can do, and we're definitely connecting on a local level to make sure that happens.
And I think that we are where we're supposed to be. The fact that we're using South African characters, the fact that we're using black characters in depicting certain roles or characters in the animation. But then what do you think took us this long to realize this goal?
One, I think it's access. I think it's access to education, quality education, access to, we're noticing now with digital artists, access to stable internet and data. Data costs are crazy. And so connecting and being able to find the information that we want to find can be sometimes difficult especially for young up and coming artists. So I think that even with us as Studio Yezi, we're doing our best to figure out how to connect and how to create access for these young digital artists so that they can not only create with us, but to grow their talent as well.
I think that's my next question. How do you create access then?
Resources, honestly, that's the bottom line. We need to be able to give to them. And so for example, if someone were to come intern with us, it would be so unfair of us to make them intern for free. The goal would be to pay them enough to not only get to us, but to also stay connected when they're at home and to also stay alive and to eat, because you can't really create when you're hungry. So I think the biggest thing is resources. Artists need resources. We need to build a sustainable model for artists.
Is the government, in particular the Department of Arts, coming to the party?
Absolutely. They're the ones that helped us first. They were the first people to believe in our vision, even if they didn't quite understand it. We had to convince them a little bit what is animation people buy? This is what we're trying to do. But I'm definitely super, super grateful to the Department of Arts and Culture for actually coming on board and believing in us and trusting us before. While they didn't really understand fully the concept of what we were trying to do, they definitely saw our passion and they trusted us. And so we're definitely going to make sure that we continue to flower and to seed other artists as well.
All right. You are doing amazing things there, Thandiwe. Thank you so much for joining us. And we rally behind you as you grow this brand and this concept and, take it beyond the borders of Africa. We appreciate your time.
Thank you so much.
All right, that was Thandiwe Mlauli talking to us about being the first woman to open an animation studio in the country.